I'm Margaret Ann Windsor. I'm Victoria the second legal heir to the British Crown. Kidnapped in 41 and brought to Moulton, Alabama. My identity stolen. I was given a name of a dead twin, Peggy Ann Dempsey. I married Childers. I still have to use that name. Now, I have told about writing a book, and I usually use Larry Flynn. He did an article in Hustler that endorsed me in a campaign, and he was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, when I was doing the book about mind control and shootings and murders done in patterns. So I'm going to fast forward to now, well, to '86 when it was done to me before, but I didn't realize what was happening. I'm allergic to chemicals. And everybody thinks, people don't stop and think, let me say that, how devastating that can be to you, especially in my position. Uh, it's like flipping on a light. You smell it, you turn the light off. It's the only way to get away from it. You stop the fumes from you having to smell it, or me having to smell it. I have been deliberately force fed and drowned in toxic fumes for so long. It's damaged me. It causes mass inflammation to your organs. The accumulation, which is what the Zika virus down there, they're spraying for mosquitoes, and that's what they're complaining about, the accumulation of the chemicals they're spraying in the lungs, in your body, kidneys, especially in lungs, any part of your body, your heart, your vascular system. So over time, it's really gotten bad, but it's never stopped because the law enforcement is involved in it. It's who I am, it's how they run me from place to place. You can't photo fumes, just like you can't photograph mind control. It's invisible. What you can do with mind control is I've done the murders in patterns and I've continued telling about it. I have suffered from it. I haven't benefited one bit. It's been the total opposite. But what I want to say now is, again, I put up videos yesterday of how I look the last month. Well, I won't say that. Um, the last month's been the worst, if you can say. No, since May has been really, really bad. Just so, but this last month here, whatever they've used on here, has really just taken me out because I'm not sure how damaged I am from it. And I've tried to leave, and believe you me, the agency doing this to me has got, in the law enforcement, um, it's obviously, I don't have anybody to call to get me out of it. I can't get an attorney, and therein lies the problem. If you can't get an attorney, you can forget it to present your case before the public. So all I'm going to say now is that I have tried so hard to the detriment of my well-being because it's really damaged me, and I didn't have the money to move. And if I move, I'm going to find myself coming back begging to the same places I have left because they have committed crimes. And you better believe this is a crime. First of all, they're being told to do it. And it's my understanding that the way the law enforcement gets them to commit the acts against me is that they get things on them. And maintenance guy, the managers, the owners, etc. You understand what I'm saying? And then for doing things to me, like the soaking me in fumes, uh, they dismiss the charges or they don't file suit. So I'm going to go to this. I put up yesterday and the day before, because I looked so bad. I've gotten so bad and tried to stay here. They switched rooms. I have 3 times. I've been here 2 months. Now, if you don't know the background, they can get away, and they have. It's not just this place, but there's a connection to the people that own all these here in Roanoke. But I've tried to leave and been forced to come back after a couple of days. I'm forced to come back, and normally the reason I came back was at least when it got so bad, I could go to the National Forest, and they have a campground where you pay, and they should not bother me but that's not the case. This goes so high up because of who I am and the kidnapping and who was involved and all of it that was involved. So the law enforcement can do anything they want to or told to do, but it's affected my body. Whatever they've done this time, it's I can't talk most of the time. I'm lucky to talk this morning, even be alive. But what I really wanted to say about it was yesterday I was so sick, and let me say this: when I first came here, the first couple of weeks or 3 weeks, that would have been in the last early July, maybe last June, and I may not have felt really good here, but it was nothing like this. This happened later. This is deliberately done to me, and I've said that before. And I can't replace the body organs that are being destroyed. And the mental, I don't know, people inhale, you have teenagers or grown-ups that inhale fumes from sprays deliberately. You know, that damage is there. It's not good for you. So this has been deliberate and made me run from place to place and even use that against me. I'm going to say the ultimate, if you want to call it a crime, and it is in this, is when someone says that knows it was told to do this, and I won't put this up what I was told, okay? But yesterday when I called so sick and asked to move again, and I have to have someone help move me and my trash bags. And this is what they did to me and who I am, so they can do anything to you too. And I guess that's the problem. But the words to me were, we've tried to accommodate you. We've moved you or allowed you to move 4 times. The word accommodate. When you rent and pay for a room or apartment, accommodating you is not poisoning your breathing system, the air conditioning. These are tools that are used to torture and maim and kill me. People want to see a gun or a needle. Well, they've tried that one too a long time ago. But you have to read who I am, and most people don't care, you know. So, because I'm going to end it by saying this, and again, you get into mental health. You have to watch what you say, because all this has been patterned after mental health, like the shootings. I never shot anybody. I've written about it. Larry Flint being shot and mind control used on the shooter. And there's a whole list of these done in patterns. So I haven't committed a crime, but I've certainly suffered, and my children, unbearable, unreasonable hell. I'm going to end it by this. It's who I am that this is done, and people can get away with it. They're above the law. And I quote a state trooper that said that to me, him and his wife. But I'm looking today, this morning, in the hell I'm in, wondering how much damage it does being force-fed and made inhale the toxic fumes, not just to the other parts of my body, but to my brain, how much damage is caused there. But I saw on TV this morning that William, I'm not going to call him Prince because they should be tried for war crimes. His grandfather, great-grandfather, his grandmother, Elizabeth, is illegal. Her father, George, the illegal 6, helped take down my father with the Kennedys, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergers, Roosevelt, the Illuminati, the Freemasons. Helped take my dad down. He married Claudia O'Keefe from Madison, Wisconsin, sister to artist Georgia O'Keefe. The whole thing was a lie and a takedown of my dad. The imposter, and he was an imposter, married Wallace Simpson, and they became the illegal title of the Duke and Duchess of Windsor. And I was born in 39 and kidnapped in 41. And I'm going to stop here and say that I watched TV, and William, with his mom and dad, George, okay? And I'm not going to call William Prince because he's not.
and he was showing George, the baby, along with his wife, to the Prime Minister of Canada. And by the way, I really liked his mother. I did. She had a pretty name too, Margaret of Canada. But anyway, they were showing them where they were welcomed, and you know what's happened to me? Exactly this, kicked out. I've always paid my rent. I've done everything. Look at me. Look at my eyes and the damage it's done to my whole body.